Hello, Editing Gabs here. Before the video starts, I want to let you guys know this is not my typical editing style of my try-on videos due to traveling, Wi-Fi, wanting to get this up before I travel again, and obviously before the launch. I just kind of had to rush through this edit and kept it as basic as possible. So literally, there's not very much text on the screen. There's not a lot of as many side-by-sides that I normally put in my videos, but the PDF will give you guys more comparison photos, more details and stuff like that. I am going to re-edit this, to be honest with you, and re-upload it again after the launch. But I just want to give you guys a warning, especially if you are a regular who likes to come watch my videos, that if this does seem like it's not its usual edits, it's because it's not, just due to time. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure to get this video up in general for you guys, but it still has, my overall thoughts from sitting down and talking, and then obviously the try-on clips, and I think those are the most important. Very much recommend that you guys download the free PDF, which is in the description box before the video, just so you guys at least have that to support you guys as you're watching the video, just because like I said, the PDF will have more side-by-side photos, more comparison photos. I am going to go hard on my Instagram stories tomorrow, which is Friday, the day before launch, so that might answer more questions as well. I just don't have as much time as I wanted to fully edit this the way that I have in all my previous try-on videos. Like I said, the edited one will be a lot better, and I do apologize that it's not the 100%, and I think as a creator, this is really frustrating for me, because I really don't want to put this video out due to the way the final outcome is, but I know that at the end of the day, it will help you guys. So anyways, I just wanted to put this video clip in first before the video starts. But I hope you guys still find it helpful. And again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask me on Instagram. But definitely make sure you download that PDF as well, as it does kind of support the video a little bit more. So hope you guys enjoy the video overall. And again, I'm so sorry. We will do better at, rearranging life when Buffbunny announces any launches, because it seems to always land on literally the craziest times of my life. So it's what it is. So I will stop talking and let you guys watch this try-on and review video.
Before I do my regular intro, there is a message from a special someone that I need to share with you guys.
Hi Gabfam! I'm so excited that Sugar Rush is finally here. I'm so honored and happy that Gabs got to be a part of this campaign. I can't wait to see her video. I'll be anxiously awaiting. As you can see, we have lots of brights, pastels, and that was my inspiration for this launch. I knew I wanted periwinkle. I knew I wanted bright, really pretty designs, colors, and prints. And then it all just kind of spiraled into Sugar Rush, because it looks like sweets and candy. So another big thing is, for those who don't know much about me, I was on a weight loss journey. I've lost 140 pounds naturally, and one huge thing that I preach on my page and about my journey is balance. And I really wanted it to symbolize, balancing your healthy lifestyle with also having sweets and treats, because I have the biggest sweet tooth ever. So thank you, Gabs, for being a part of this campaign. I couldn't ask for a better woman to be a part of it, and use code GABS.
Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, we are talking about another Buffbunny collection, and this one is called Sugar Rush. This one is a little bit special because it is the second athlete collab that they have ever done. It is with an athlete named Felicia. Some of you may or may not know her. She is an amazing individual inside and out, and I was so honored to be a part of this campaign. When I found out that she had chosen to have me as one of the athletes to be a part of this campaign, I felt like, what? And honestly, it was such an amazing trip. It was so much fun. I got to connect with so many of the other amazing individuals on the team, and this set, you guys, was insane. It was such a hard secret to keep, and honestly, I am quite done with holding Buffbunny Collection secrets, because it is so hard not to talk about it or not to drop any hints, especially when it's a month and a half away. Think about it. We were early March when we filmed this, and it's now early May. So to have me, out of all people, hold a secret for that long is very challenging. I can't even imagine how Felicia did it, because she held it for over a year. So congratulations, Felicia. I am so incredibly happy for you. There's literally no one as deserving as you are for this collection, and it turned out absolutely beautiful. You can see from some of these behind the scene clips, I was just in awe the entire trip, because everything just looked so surreal. Literally the minute I walked into that set, they had it covered for a little bit, and then once we got to go in, my mouth dropped. Instantly I thought Candyland, Katy Perry's California Girl setup. It was incredible. The Buffbunny Collection team absolutely killed it. If you guys watch the behind the design video, it took a lot of hours for the setup, but honestly, it turned out incredible. A candy gym, what? And mostly everything was edible too, which was so insane. I cannot even imagine what the planning process was like for that, but it was absolutely amazing, and I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this video, but again, I am truly so honored to have been a part of this campaign, and I'm just so excited that I have no more secrets that I'm holding in with my Gabfam. So if you guys want to get all the details when it comes to the Sugar Rush collection, all the pieces, my thoughts, my sizing, everything like that, plus a little bit of behind the scenes of the making of some of these campaigns, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to this channel, hello, my name is Gabrielle Tongle, but you can call me Gabs, and I am pretty well known for my Buffbunny Collection review videos. If you guys look on my YouTube channel, it's pretty much all that I upload anymore. I don't do much else here on YouTube other than these reviews, but you guys can catch me over on Instagram to see a little bit more about myself and what I do. I've always been huge on just being able to make your guys' shopping experience as smooth as possible, answer as many questions as possible. So I'm definitely one of your go-tos when it comes to Buffbunny Collection launches, period. I give you all the details, hence why this video is probably about an hour long, even after it's edited. But the biggest thing is I just want this video and my free PDF that is usually over like 70 pages long to help you guys so you guys don't have to second guess yourselves when you guys are shopping, because I understand you guys are using that hard-earned money and I don't want you guys to feel like you've wasted it. Of course, there's some great return policies as well, but at the end of the day, I just want your overall shopping experience to be as amazing as can possibly be, because I know that you can't obviously go and physically try these things on. I'm especially helpful for the bigger titty committee because your girl has 36 double Ds, and I understand that it is a bit of a struggle sometimes to find the perfect sports bras that give us the coverage and that give us the support. Those are the two things that you'll hear me talk about when we talk about bras, but I'll get to that later on. Of course, if you guys have any questions after this video, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, or you guys can send me an Instagram DM. The easiest way to get a hold of me though is going to be my Discord community. My Discord community gets the exclusive information before any other of my platforms do, and it's just a special treatment that I give to them. They've become such a close family since I first opened it up about a month ago, and we are just loving it. Just going crazy over the collection, asking questions amongst each other, and I just love how you guys are able to help one another based on, you know, your own personal experiences, and I love how just diverse we are in that group as well. So if you guys are looking for an exclusive Gabfam community to talk about not even just Buffbunny Collection, but all things fitness, girl things, all that good stuff, then I do encourage you guys to join the free community. And all of that will be linked down below. Between Discord and Instagram, that's usually the best two ways that you guys can get a hold of me in regards to your specific questions after this or specific comparisons that you might have. I love to send like voice memos and additional pictures if needed. But for Instagram specifically, I always encourage you guys to drop your question in the question boxes when I do ask during the week of launch. Just then that way I always see your guys' messages, where if you guys send me a DM, sometimes they get kind of lost, especially during launch week. So if you guys want to guarantee that I see your message, honestly, any question box that I have, just be like, read my DM. Or if it's obviously a Buffbunny specific one, you guys can leave your question in there. But just wanted to give you guys that lowdown so that I don't miss your guys' question, because I absolutely hate when I do, but it does happen sometimes just because everything is a little bit everywhere. I just don't check my YouTube as often. Even though I am a sponsored athlete, I do always keep my opinions 110% honest. If I don't like something, I will tell you. If I love something, I'll tell you. If I think it's okay, I will also tell you, because at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, this video and what I post on social media and me answering questions, me telling you about these pieces is to help you. If I give you guys false information, you guys purchase it, use my support code, you guys will come back to me and being like, you're lying. So why would I do that? I would never. So just wanted to make that super clear that I'm not here to say that I love absolutely everything and everything is something that you must get. There are definitely some things that are for me and some things that are not. Something I think that is super important to remember, especially as Buffbunny Collection comes out with more and more launches, is that not every single launch will be for every single person. I think that's what's so cool, is that we're finding that each collection does cater to different people depending on what you enjoy the most. Whether that's colors, whether that's pieces, etc. I think it's just, there's always something for everybody, or there's something not for everybody. And so I think the most important thing to remember is that not every collection is going to be one that you love, and that's totally fine. And just pick and choose the ones that you do love the most, and of course, as long as it's within your means. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there as well. I think what I had to remember specifically for this collection is that it's mostly things that Felicia likes the most. So while I might be excited for more bigger titty committee bras or this or that, like that's might not be what is her favorite, right? So I think that's another thing to remember when, you know, it's collaborations and, you know, specially curated, you know, capsules or collections in general. You know, there's a certain purpose behind each collection. And so again, while there might not be a lot of bra options for me, These are bras that Felicia herself loves a lot. And lastly, if you guys want to support your girl Gabs, you can use code Gabs at checkout. It does absolutely nothing for you, to be very honest. It doesn't give you a discount or anything like that, but it does let the company know, like, your girl Gabs really helped me out here. I really like her as an athlete. Keep her around. Keep her helping me with these collections. Just kind of keeps me on that roster. You know what I mean? Full transparency, I do get a little bit of commission when you guys do use my code, so I do appreciate it so, so much. A lot of time and effort into these reviews. Not only that, but also on Instagram and, like I said, in my Discord community. Not because of me being affiliated or anything, but because I genuinely just love connecting with my community and helping you guys. But like I said, if you guys do choose to use my code, please let me know so I can personally thank you, because like I said, it does nothing for you guys, but you guys putting in that extra time to enter the code at checkout or anywhere on the page does mean so much to me, because you could choose any person's support code and you guys chose to use mine, and that means a lot, and I want to make sure that I show you guys that gratitude in doing so. So now we can for real jump into the review. All right, so before we move on, I just want to make sure that we highlight your girl's feature in the lookbook. It was pretty cool to see that your girl got her own damn page. I honestly had no idea that I was even going to be in the lookbook. Like, I just didn't think about the promo photos being used in it. But let alone, I did not expect to be on a whole damn page. So thank you so much, Buffbunny Collection, for doing that for me, because I feel quite special. Everyone looks so beautiful in the lookbook, and seriously, just all these colors are so perfect. Instantly, when I thought Sugar Rush, I thought of all the pastels, the pinks, the blues, everything like that. But then when I saw it in person, it was just like, wow. And then the nudes, I was so crazy about the nudes. Now, I will say that there are some things that I'm not crazy about, so I will be getting into that. The way that I like to structure my videos to kind of keep everything pretty organized is I'll go through the color palette, I'll go through the fabrics, and then we'll start with the bras, go to the tops, and then move our way to the bottoms, and then accessories, and that's kind of how we round it out. Just wanted to kind of run that by in case this is your guys' first time at tuning in. All right, so let's start off by going over the color palette of this collection. So we will be seeing a lot of solids, but we also have some fun prints going on. That I think what I love the most about this collection is the whole mix and match possibilities. You guys know me, I'm not typically a mix and match kind of girl. I really like my matchy sets, but this collection in specific, I did not mind the mix and matching. So we have onyx black, white, ivory, double mint, rainwater, sugar plum, macaroon, Donut Worry, Nebula, Lucky Charm, Key Lime Pie, and Peach Rings. Peach Rings is what I'm wearing right now in this sit-down video. And then when it comes to patterns, we have the beige swirl print, the green swirl print, rainwater swirl print, and the black terrazzo, as well as the navy terrazzo. I'll be pretty honest, I don't love the terrazzo very much. It was literally my first outfit that I wore on the set, and I just wasn't sure how I felt about it. I know a lot of people do love it just because it is something new that we haven't seen before. It very much reminds me of kind of like granite, or kind of like a smashed rock or like a smashed crystal situation. But what I think is really unique about all the patterns is that all the colors found in the patterns are from the color palette. So therefore it makes it really easy to mix and match. So for example, I have the navy terrazzo here on this scrunchie, and the rainwater blue is in there, the Donut Worry is in there, the white is in there as well. So you could easily mix and match any of those colors with anything that you have in this print. And that's also the same case when it comes to the swirl prints as well. As you can see, there are some peach ring colors in there. There is the rainwater, obviously. There is a little bit of the Donut Worry, ever so slightly kind of sprinkled in there as well. And then few hints of ivory too. So you could definitely just mix and match so much with this collection. And again, that's the one thing that I think I love the most, that they did a really good job with that. I'm currently washing the green swirl print, so I don't have it with me here, but obviously you guys will see videos and pictures and stuff. But even with that one, with the stitching, they have the darker green going on, so it matches really nicely with the Lucky Charm, but then it also matches really nice with the double mint and the key lime pie. So You guys get where I'm going with this. I think they just did an incredible job with the mix and matching. These are perfect colors as we go into spring. If you guys are into this kind of color palette with the greens, the pinks, the orange, the nudes, definitely the nudes. These are like the only nudes I need in my life. Then you guys are going to love the colors in this collection. We haven't seen Rainwater Blue come out in a hot minute, so it's really cool to kind of see it come back in some new pieces. And I think what I really love about the Donut Worry is that it's like a true nude, where I feel like in the past we've seen like kind of nude, but it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit more on the ivory side, where I feel like this is like the nude there. So really love all the colors. The common fabrics that you are going to be seeing throughout this collection is the Newbury fabric, the Nimbus, the Elysium, and Energy. Now, before you get too excited, I will say that only one piece is in the Energy fabric, not too much. I know that that is one fabric that we are all wanting to see more and more. We're just patiently waiting for Buffbunny Collection to come out with more in that fabric specifically, but I can just tell you right now that there's only one piece in the Energy fabric. Now, let's get right into bras. So, we'll talk about the one that I'm wearing right now, which is an all-time favorite for so many, and that is the Monarch Sports Bra. Being in the bigger titty committee, thankfully they have changed it since they originally first came out with it, so I will say that it's a little bit better for us. However, it's still not the one that I gravitate towards the most, specifically if I want to wear it on my own. I'll wear it at home a lot, just because that's kind of where I feel the most comfortable, being that exposed, but it's definitely not my first pick. Maybe when I'm a little bit leaner, I don't mind it, and when I see it on smaller cup sizes, I feel like it's such a nice bra. But for me personally, and I don't know if it's because I'm enhanced, I am starting to think that a lot of the issues I have is because I have enhanced breasts. So I do have a little bit more of like upper pole fullness is what that's called. And so that's where I get a lot of this spillage. However, after talking to some of my Gabfam as well, they do also experience the same things even if they don't have enhanced breasts. So overall, again, this is just kind of my generic thoughts when it comes to some of the Buffbunny Collection bras and what is the best for the BTC and what's not. The Monarch Sports Bras, like I said, since they've improved them, I do feel like they're a little bit more wearable for us. However, there's still a lot of clavage happening. I do love the open back concept. I think it's so beautiful, and I love that it like really hides like around the lat area. That's where I'm most self-conscious of. So even though it is open back, I don't feel all that self-conscious in my back as I typically would say with, for example, some of the strappier backs that we've seen in some of the other bras before. However, as you can see, yeah, there's a little bit of clavage since it is a little bit of a sweetheart neckline. And that one other thing that I don't love is just like, for whatever reason, no matter what size I get, like I have this like kind of side boob happening. But again, it could be because I have enhanced breasts. I do have a wider just like breast width diameter in general. So that's just something that maybe I'm always going to have. But then another thing that with the Monarch bras is that I just find that the straps are always going down this way. So even right now, just like me sitting, like without me even changing this side, you can kind of see that it's like, you know, pretty far out this way. So again, like kind of like sitting yeah, like it just kind of sits a little bit out, where I feel like with the other bras, like I'm usually sitting like up here. But, you know, maybe that's something that's just like with this Monarch Sports Bra, because if I look at the model, you know, it kind of does the same thing. So I think in general, the Monarch Sports Bra just kind of sits that way. And maybe it's because of the straps in the back. There's a lot of sports bras for me to choose from for like coverage wise. So with this one, I did obviously want some like matching ones with some of the pieces. So obviously I did go ahead and get a couple. The Monarch Sports Bra is just not my all-time favorite. I do like that it's a little bit longer than it used to be before, which is really nice. Even when I saw Kara wearing it in a selfie the other day, I was like, wow, it looks so much longer on her. And I think it's just because of my cup size. So like, obviously I like feel the material more, so then it's like doesn't like stretch down as more. I don't know, but on her it looked a lot longer, and I was like, wow, I wish it looked like that on me, but it just definitely doesn't look that long, but it is a little bit longer. No changes from the Monarch Sports Bra than what we've seen in the past few launches. So if you guys have purchased from pretty much Under the Sea onwards, then you guys are good to go. If you guys haven't purchased a Monarch since then you might notice a little bit of a change, but I think a change for the good, such as they added a little bit more coverage this way to like just give it less of a clavage, but still a little bit there. So this Monarch Sports Bra is coming out in a lot of colors. We're gonna be seeing it in all the I think just about everything actually. This is also another Monarch Sports Bra. This is in the beige swirl print. I really love this swirl print because I feel like people are kind of mistaking it for tie-dye, but it very much reminds me of like watercolors. So I mentioned in my live like some Bob Ross shit. So like if I was like about to paint some like watercolor painting, this is the art that I would come up with. Like not actually, but anyways, I very much see this as like a watercolor situation, not so much of a tie-dye. So I think it's a lot more flattering than tie-dye for sure. But again, I love that it just has like all the different tones of nudes. I literally died when I saw the nudes. Like I just feel like these were the perfect nudes ever. So yeah, I needed like just about everything. Like I'm pretty sure most of my pieces are the Do Not Worry, and like the name was just too perfect too. So anyways, the pattern one I did feel fit the exact same as the solid color one, so no worries there. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys it in the other color as well. I would rate the Monarch Sports Bra more of a like medium bra for me, in both when it comes to coverage and support. If you guys are new here, when I talk about my sports bras, I like to kind of talk about the coverage of it. So, you know, the actual surface area coverage of it versus the support. So how locked and loaded I feel in them as well. So I do talk about kind of like the pros and cons of that in sports bras. So just so you guys are all kind of like on the same page, that is kind of my Gabfam terminology. Just because I do find some people say like, oh yeah, it's very supportive, but it's like, no, it's not. It's actually just more coverage, but the support isn't actually there. You know what I mean? So just want to make that super clear that that's kind of how I talk about bras and when I use those terms. Next, we will talk about the candy wrap bra. This is definitely like the upgrade from the Alpha Sports Bra that we didn't even know we needed. Everyone loved the Alpha Sports Bra for the most part when that first came out, just because of the fact that it was like a bit longer. It had the nice open back, but like a little bit of strappiness going on in the bottom there. But it was a very deep plunge bra. Like I literally wore it to go out for dinner with the girls the other night, but no way would I ever wear that to the gym, just because especially for the bigger titty committee, it's just way too much for the gym. I mean, to each their own, obviously, but for me personally, it's just a lot of boobage happening. So that was the one thing that I wish we could have seen different in the Alpha Sports Bra. Again, that's kind of a bra that I wear more for like going out, or like when I'm leaner and I like just don't give a fuck, or I'm at home or whatever that might be. But this candy wrap sports bra, you guys, is like the perfect like bra at the moment, in a sense that you want something that is a little longer, gives a little bit of cleavage, gives that open, like it is like the perfect aesthetic bra, I want to say, but in the most tasteful way. So this is one bra that I haven't been as excited about since maybe the Geo Sports Bra. I feel like I got really hyped for that one, specifically for the support and the coverage, where this one I feel is like the perfect like aesthetic but also coverage and like medium support kind of thing. Maybe for the smaller cup girls, it could be a little bit more like support. The reason why I love this one so much is because unlike the Alpha Sports Bra, it does cover the girls a little bit better, but still has a little bit of a sweetheart neckline. As you can see, it has the nice detailing of the wrap going on as well. And I think that was like a really great touch to just make it look a little different from the Alpha, but still give that same like kind of like V plunge kind of look. But this I think is where the star is, and that is the adjustable straps, and they use the same strap material as the under pressure sports bra that we saw from the Let's Get Toned launch. And I complimented those straps so much because they were literally the most comfortable strap to have sitting on your traps all day long. So the fact that they use the same material in this one, I know that if I want to wear this all day, I will feel so good, so comfortable all the way through. And so for that reason, I really am in love with this sports bra, and I will already say it and call it. The candy wrap sports bras will go first, 1000%. I have no doubt in my mind about that. And in addition to that, I feel like they covered the lat area that I was just talking about with the Monarch Sports Bra really well with the candy wrap. So I just can't talk more great things about it. Obviously, with me carrying more body fat in my back, like I do have the regular spillage that I do have with like the straps here and stuff, but it honestly doesn't bother me all that much. I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. Yeah, like I really have no cons to this bra like at all. I mean, what would have been even more amazing is if this was adjustable, but then that's just like adding so much adjustability. And I think that this alone, having this adjustable, is a huge game changer, because when you see me try on the medium versus the large, you'll see that where I was the most uncomfortable in the medium was just in my traps, but because I was able to adjust it, I was all good. Yes, I had a little bit more like push-up effect. However, overall, I felt still good in the medium. And that's the one that gave me like a little bit more support, I guess you could say, where the large gives me a little bit more coverage, because obviously I have a little bit more fabric in the large. And it really is like the perfect perky boob bra, to be very honest. I mean, in general, I find that the Buffbunny Collection sports bras make all the boobs look good, to be honest, but this one is extra good for sure. It has a little bit of like a push-up effect. Obviously there's no like push-up padding or anything, but I think just the way that it's like structured, it just does that. The Alpha Sports Bra did the same thing for no matter what cup size you are. So basically, I'm just saying, if you guys are even thinking about the Candy Wrap Sports Bra, just get it, because you're going to love it. And the one detail that I did notice after the fact was that everything is like a gold, like matte finish, which I think is really pretty. So anyways, that is the new Candy Wrap Sports Bra that I am just absolutely in love with. It is also made of the newbie fabric, so it is just so buttery soft and so comfortable. Most of the pieces in this collection are made of the newbie fabric, unless noted elsewise. So if I don't note it, it's probably because it is the newbie fabric. So another thing that I don't know if you guys realize, but like, although I was there for the campaign, I didn't get to try every single thing on. I only got to try on the things that were like a part of like my outfits for like the photo shoots and stuff. So even though I like knew about all the pieces, I saw them, I felt a lot of them, being able to finally try them all on and like wear them for like a couple, minutes or hours of the day, or like, even for some of the pieces I wore literally all day already. It was really nice to kind of just truly test them out. So although I knew a lot of this collection, it still was just as much of a fun experience to do the unboxing and to try everything on and all that good stuff. It's pretty surreal to be a part of a campaign. Like, I feel like I haven't been a part of one in a hot minute. I think the last one was when we were all there in like 2019 for like the girls' night in. But this was like the first time I was a part of like a video and the photo shoot, and like it was a close group of us, and it was just really cool. And I'm so grateful. And before we move too far into this video, I do want to make sure that I just thank you guys for the opportunity. I know I mentioned this in my most wanted video as well. So there for that, not for the campaign part, but kind of like I got to know about it before, I got home kind of thing. And again, without you guys, I would not have the opportunities that I do have. And this is one of them that is just such a huge memory that I'll forever cherish. And so thank you guys for the continuous support and for allowing me to have these opportunities, because like I said, without you guys, there would be no Gabfam, there would be no Buffbunny Collection athlete, there'd be none of that. And so I always need to make sure that I do thank you guys every single chance that I get, because it's some pretty cool shit that I get to be a part of, not gonna lie. Before we get too feelsy, let's keep going on with the sports bras. Another sports bra that we have not seen in so long, like I want to say it was like summer of 2020, maybe. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been a while. Like, I had black hair at the time, so I'm gonna have to look back on my Instagram and see how long it's been, but it's been a while. And that is the Maraschino Sports Bra. So we are seeing her not only come back, but we are seeing her come back in this glittery situation that we have seen before. This I know for sure was 2019, the rose gold champagne. I don't know if you guys remember. The only reason I know it was 2019 was because we shot it in the Edmonton pop-up, which was in May. And we were all wearing the rose gold sets. It came in the black with the rose gold or the white and the rose gold. So if you guys have been around since then, you guys are definitely like one of the OG Gabfams, because I think it was the year before that, like literally the October 2018 of that is when I became an affiliate before I even became an athlete. So really cool to just see such old pieces come back. There has been some changes to the bra. I will say that for whatever reason, and for those who don't know, follow me on Instagram, I'm currently not in my own home. I had to move into my boyfriend and his family's home for the month of May, which is when I'm filming this right now. And so I literally brought whatever I could think of bringing to compare, but I of course had to forget something, and so I forgot to bring the maraschino one to take some side-by-side photos. However, I do have this photo from Felicia showing me the old one on top of the new one, and you can definitely see that there is some changes in regards to sizing. So I'm currently wearing a medium, and I know that I had a large in this pink one. So I took these selfies on Monday before I moved out, so I will post whatever I can to compare that. And then, like I said, I have these photos from Felicia as well. So basically it kind of looks like that if you got a large in the summer one, you could size down. However, when I was wearing the medium, and I don't know if it's because of like the foil or whatever it might be, but I do feel like it was a little bit more secure. But I do know that the Elysium fabric also loosens up a little bit as you wear it a little bit longer. I was only wearing mine for the photo shoot, so maybe as I wear it for a little bit longer, it would stretch out. So I feel like depending on how the size that you got in the summer fits would depend if you want to stick to that or if you want to size down. I will say that the Maraschino bra is definitely more of a medium to high support. I personally loved the Maraschino when it first came out, and I still do love it even now that I've seen it, like the improved version. I love that it has the open back here, but again, just covering the back area as well, because that is somewhere that I'm super self-conscious of. So I do love that it just does that. But I know when it first came out, everyone was in love with it just because of not only the sweetheart neckline in the front, but also just the open back concept of not being too open back either. And the Elysium fabric in general is also a little bit more of a compressive fit. So that is why I do say that it's kind of like a medium to high support bra. I don't feel like I have too much cleavage going on with this one, which is nice. And I personally didn't mind the medium. I thought it fit okay. And so I think I would stick with medium. I feel like large would be a little bit too loose, especially around the rib cage. That is what I'm noticing a little bit over time as I lose a little bit of weight and stuff like that, is that the rib cage just gets a little bit looser than it already is in some larges for me. Well, I'm going to insert this video and this clip from Felicia comparing the Maraschino bra when it first came out to the new one.
Hello. So it's actually a lot longer. So this one on top is actually a large old Maraschino bra. This is a large. And the one underneath is the new one, and it's a medium. So, I mean, obviously, this is a large and this is a medium. This is still, like, much longer. So, I have them lined up, like, pretty accurately. So, yes, the new one's definitely longer. The fit of, like, the neck and everything is the same. And the back, you know, open back. But it's definitely, like, a little bit longer lined, which I personally love.
And you can definitely tell that they added just a little bit more coverage in the front, which is nice, kind of like what they did with the Monarch Sports Bra. And like she has, I believe, a large and a medium on top of one another. Let me just triple check here for a second. Basically, the large Maraschino from when it first launched is equivalent to the medium of the new one. So I would size down from whatever size you got back from like the OG Maraschino. And it is slightly longer, or quite a bit longer actually, than the original one. So again, I will insert the clip from Felicia as well as the photos, because I literally did not bring mine personally. But it's very clear in the video and photo that like there's a difference. So really excited to see that. I think a lot of us are just enjoying more of the longer bras in general. So love that it just doubles up as like a crop top basically, especially with the leggings. You guys will see this later on. The leggings are just one of those Elysium ones that are just so damn high-waisted for my body, and so it's cool, but then it's also just like a lot because they just like connect to one another, making me look like I'm wearing like a one piece. So if you don't love that, then you might want to skip out. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. And like I said, overall, I'm really excited to see the Maraschino come back. I wish we saw it in some more solid colors, to be honest. I'm not super crazy about the Dazzle print. By the way, they are renaming it Dazzle. It's not like the rose gold champagne or anything. It is called the Dazzle print. I guess that's actually a print that I forgot to mention earlier, so my bad. But yeah, I'm not too crazy about the Dazzle, so I do wish we got to see it in, you know, any of the colors, solid colors. I think it would have been beautiful. So maybe we'll see that in the future. Who knows? Now that we've kind of seen her come back once, maybe she'll come back again. If you guys love the Maraschino, if you guys love the Dazzle print, then definitely get your hands on this one in this collection. I think that's overall the one thing that I wish we just saw was just more solid printed bras to choose from, because I feel like we can only really choose from the Monarch or the candy wrap. And then I feel like everything else was like pretty unique in its own sense, because we have the Maraschino obviously in just the 3 prints. We have the Twilight, which was just in the 1. And then we had the Synergy Seamless, which was the ombre. So I just feel like if we just saw one more where we could choose from the solid colors, I think that would have been perfect. So anyways, let's talk about the Synergy Seamless Sports Bra. This one is different from the one that just launched in the Most Wanted in the sense that it's not made of the recycled seamless fabric. This is made of a 90% nylon and 10% spandex blend. It's basically a new seamless material that we have not seen from Buffbunny Collection before. So again, really cool to see that Buffbunny Collection is dabbling more into the seamless, because they have really nailed the cut and sew kind of workout apparel. So I really have hopes that we'll see some pieces that we're going to love. Unfortunately, this is not one for the bigger titty committee because of this square neckline and just how short the bra is. Instantly when I put it on, I was like, holy shit tits, because it was just spilling out so much and it was just a lot. Like, it's definitely an at home or like under a t-shirt kind of bra for me. It's super cute. Like I love the ombre. I think it's a beautiful ombre kind of thing, and I feel like the whole like, you know, contouring happening around the cups like is nice. And I love the thick straps. I love the back, but yeah, it was just coverage wise was not for us at all. Big forewarning, because I know a lot of girls are excited about the back of the bra, but definitely if you are a larger cup size, unless you're cool with all that spillage, you're not going to love it, which is a bummer for me. So I do hope that maybe they'll bring it up just like a little bit higher, just so that it's not too much. Or maybe we'll see like another version that's like higher neck or something like that. I don't know, but I do overall love the feeling of the seamless and everything like that. Again, I love the color, and I loved the back and the straps and everything. It was literally just the coverage for me that turned me away to say I don't love it. And what's cool is that it does the kind of the light pink and then the sugar plum at the bottom. So this did look cute with the snack pant that I had in the sugar plum, and it would look good with any like solid sugar plum legging as well. So I definitely think this one is more for our smaller cup ladies. So lucky for you guys get this beautiful bra that just looks so nice, and will give you probably just a little cleavage, but like not too much where you're just like, holy shit, you know? So that is my overall thoughts. I am a little sad, so I will say that I do prefer the ones from Most Wanted, just because I do feel a bit more comfortable in it, except for the Resource one. I still don't love her because of how much side boob and just everything that bra had. But the other one, I don't mind. So I am going to put a side-by-side photo of me wearing this one versus the one from the Most Wanted collection, so you guys have an idea of what the coverage was like from the last one to this one. So that is the Synergy Seamless Sports Bra. And the final bra that we have is this new one that we have not seen yet. She is looking very similar to the Rosa V2 because she does overlap in the straps in the back. And just overall, it looks very similar. Now, the biggest difference is that this one has a little bit of a sweetheart neckline here. And she was so tight to get on around this area here. So at first, as some of you may know, I'm kind of like a schmarge right now, where I'm like in between a medium and a large sports bra. Depending on the sports bra, I like more of the large, or I'll like a little bit of the medium. And again, also too, depending if I want more coverage or if I want more support. I've been kind of going back and forth with those. My true size will always be a large for right now, at least being at the body composition I am. But like I said, I have been kind of playing around with both sizes. And yeah, so at first I thought it was because I had a medium, so I asked them to send me a large, but then I'm wearing the large and it was still the same case where it's just so tight, like right here for some reason. So getting it over my cups was like, you know, like a shimmy and like a, you know what I mean? So it was quite the challenge, and I did ask Kara if she felt the same, and she said yes. So I don't know what it is about this bra and like what they did differently in the stitching, but it's a little bit of a struggle. So for that reason, I didn't love it. I loved the sweetheart neckline, again, giving some like tasteful cleavage happening. Wow, I just said cleavage regularly. That feels very weird. But I will say too that I did feel like it was pretty tight in the traps, just because this also isn't made of the Newbury fabric. It is made of 75% nylon and 25% spandex. So it's very stretchy. I will say, like, just this alone is very stretchy. And from what I've asked of the other girls, the leggings are also like ultra stretchy, which I wouldn't doubt it for a second, because I can see how stretchy the actual material is. I truly think it's something to do with the stitching in the band here that caused so much tightness in the bra. But anyways, what I've also just noticed too was that it was pretty tight around my traps, both in the medium and large. Like, this was definitely a bra like I was excited to get off, just because it was just so tight everywhere for me, even with the large. So it would be interesting to see what an extra large fit like, but I'm just like, maybe this bra just isn't for me just yet. It is our first time seeing it, so who knows if they'll make some improvements to it. This one is launching only in this dusk color, which if you guys watch my Instagram live, I basically compared it to like 2000s jeans that we all might have had when we were younger, like teenage girls, depending on like when or how old you are. But I do remember probably when I was around like 7 or 8, I had a pair of jeans that were like glittery like this. And this instantly made me think of that when I saw them. It is really cute, especially like with all the lights hitting it. It is a really pretty like sparkle, which I think is nice. And it's not like rough or anything like that. I think that was the one concern people had, is like, is it rough? You can definitely feel like it's not, like I said, it's not like a Newbury fabric or anything, but it's not rough like it kind of looks like right now. So you're all good there. I have also washed the medium, and it was totally fine. The medium's like literally over there, but it was totally fine. And this spot right here is from me like spilling something, so that's a me problem. Yeah, so had higher hopes for this bra, but the tightness of just everything just made it a little bit uncomfortable. So I think, if anything, I would size up, just to see if that helps, or you guys can just skip out on it. So those are my thoughts after wearing both the medium and the large. And like I said, you guys know that I'm usually like 100% always good with large. Anytime I've tried an extra large, it has just not gone well. Example, like with the Monarch Sports Bra and the Revolution Sports Bra, I went with an extra large and it was just too loose everywhere, and I just didn't get much support at all. So those are all of the bras. We'll move on to tops. So we'll start with a top that I don't have, and that is the Taffy Tank. I knew already that I wasn't going to be getting this tank top, just because, as you guys may or may not know, I don't totally love full length tank tops, so I usually skip out on them. I'll get them every once in a while from a collection, just so that I can keep you guys updated on what I think about them. But I can already see that it's made of the same Nimbus fabric that all full length tanks are made of. It has a different kind of back going on, and I think it's super cute, kind of following the same theme as we see in the long sleeve and in the sugar coat jacket. They have a little bit of like a little keyhole happening in the back, which I think is really cute. Overall, I can't see it not being a favorite for those who especially love the full length tanks. And of course, you can always tie it up to make it like a crop tank as well. But I do know that these full length tanks are so stretchy, nice flow to them, but also a little bit of like body shaping as well. Like, it'll just sit on you really nicely. So if you guys are into this kind of style tank top, you guys will definitely want to like live in this all the time. I think it's a great cover up to wear over your sports bra, because of all the keyholes and stuff like that. You'll definitely be able to show off like a nice strappy sports bra or something, depending on what you're wearing underneath. And it would be nice and light and airy on you as well if you were to throw it on after a run or a workout or whatever that might be. All right, another flowy top kind of situation that we haven't seen since I believe the Blooming collection, and that is the Rainforest Crop. This is such a comfortable crop than I remember. I previously was wearing it earlier this week to kind of give you guys hints on kind of like what was coming in this collection. Some of you guys caught my hints, some of you guys didn't. And again, in my Discord community, I kind of revealed what my hints were. So on Monday, I wore a Maraschino bra. Tuesday, I wore the Rainforest Crop. Wednesday, what did I wear on Wednesday? I think I wore, I don't even know what I wore on Wednesday, to be honest with you. Maybe I didn't hint anything. Oh, and then another day I showed my nails off. And then I wore the marble fitted zip jacket to show that a fitted jacket was coming. I wore my Untamed hoodie as well to show that Untamed hoodies were coming back. But yeah, just like little hints like that. I was using like a Rainforest Cafe mug. So I think I'm gonna always like drop those little hints here and there in my stories. I think it's a fun thing because like literally everyone was like, what? Like, is Marvel coming back? Is Alpha Sports was coming back? Like, people were just trying to figure it out, and I thought it was so fun. I like to always make like a game of everything. But anyways, back to the Rainforest crop. This one is a really unique one because you can wear it in the front or in the back, either way. So there's a little bit of a keyhole and then some draping going on. It does look cute in the front if you want like a little peekaboo happening, or you can wear it in the back. I personally always wear the hole in the back. I've tried in the front and I don't know, it just doesn't look as cute on me. But again, very comfortable t-shirt to wear. Literally, I loved wearing it at home all day. It is a little bit of a crop going on. Nimbus fabric is just so soft and comfortable and light and just like perfect for any weather or temperature of the day, to be honest with you. And it's just honestly such a great like comfy staple piece. It does have a relaxed fit as well. If you guys have been waiting for her to come back since the Blooming collection, this is your opportunity to do so. Next top is the Synergy Seamless Long Sleeve, which I really enjoy. We have not seen something like this from Buffbunny Collection ever, I don't think. Nothing that's like this seamless fabric and like a really like performance-based like long sleeve. I had a phase where like I'd wear long sleeves all the time when I was working out. I don't know, I loved just like how fitting it was and like how you could like see your muscle definition and everything through it, but like you weren't totally like exposed. So I had a phase where I got like so many of them. I was really happy to kind of see Buffbunny Collection come out with their own, and I think they did an amazing job on this. And I think this is going to be so breathable, so light. However, it is very tight. So if you don't love like super tight clothing, you're not going to love this long sleeve. It does show literally everything like I just said. And it is a little bit on the thinner side in a sense that if you were to wear like a brighter color bra under the nude or the white, you will see it through. Even when I wore a white one under the white, you could still see that. I also went ahead and tested wearing the candy wrap bra under the Synergy long sleeve so you guys could see like what the twists kind of look like, and you can definitely see them for sure. But I think you could also have fun, and like if you wanted to do like if I wanted to do this peach rings one under here, I think that'd be kind of cool. And if I wore like peach rings like shorts or something like that, I think it'd be kind of cute. Oh yeah, that's the one thing about the long sleeve is that they're definitely like a little bit more on the thinner side, but I think that's what they're meant to be, is like more of like a light and airy kind of top for you to wear during your workouts, like on a run or whatever. But I think the biggest thing is that if you don't love like super tight fitting clothes, then you're not going to love this long sleeve. It is very stretchy, but again, it just kind of snaps back and really just contours the body. We have some different kind of details going on for this. So like on the sides it's more of like these holes, and then in the front it's more of like these straight lines that you guys can see. It does also have some thumb holes, which is great, and then again it does have a little bit of a keyhole in the back, so if you guys are wearing like a strappy sports bra, you guys will you guys will be able to see that through the long sleeve, which I think is a really cute addition. I am wearing a medium in the white one and then a small in the nude, and you can definitely feel it right away in the arms how much tighter the small was. Like I was able to like squeeze myself in it and like kind of adjust the arms a little bit to fit me a little bit better, but I definitely felt most comfortable in the medium. So I will say that my true size is a medium. You guys know I always just like to kind of compare sizes to see like if I do fit in one or if I don't. So medium was definitely the way to go for me. And I would say that if you do carry, you know, some more body fat in your arms, then you would want to size up just to make sure that you're extra comfortable in the arm area, because again, that is where I first noticed the difference between the two sizes. Overall, it is a nylon, spandex, and polyester blend. So 88% nylon, 8% spandex, and 4% polyester. This one does have that body contour fit like I had just mentioned, and it is coming out in the onyx black, rainwater blue, donut worry, white, and sugar plum. Now, the other top that I love more than I thought I was going to love, and that is the Confection Crop. So the Confection Crop and the snack pants were meant more for like at home, and I honestly love them so much. I love my work from home outfits because there's nothing more that you want than just to be comfortable when you're working from home, sitting at a desk all day. And this Confection Crop is unique in a sense because it actually has a built-in bra in it, and then it has kind of these like cute little cutouts on the side that comes up higher, so you could definitely see like the sides of your body and stuff. But I love that they put a built-in bra so that you don't have to wear a bra underneath, but you can still do kind of like that peekaboo that they're kind of doing with it. And you guys know me, I don't normally love built-in bras, but I did not mind this one in this crop. It did not bother me or anything like that. I thought it was totally all good, and I'm low-key contemplating if I need more colors, but I know that I don't, but I'm still contemplating it because it was just so comfortable. And you know, this might be TMI or whatever, but it is the time of the month for me. And having something like that was like comfortable, flowy, wasn't super skin tight, was really nice, but it wasn't like super thick either. So I literally wore it all day at home. I wore it to go run some errands, and like I just felt good. And like obviously like inside the house was really cold because the air conditioning was like blasted. Outside was a little bit windy, and like I felt good wearing it whether it was hot or cold kind of thing. So I do think it's going to be a staple for people who love that like more like loungewear kind of thing. I think it's like definitely a must have. I personally wore a medium in the Confection Crop, and I do love the medium on me. It did fit my cups just perfectly, to be honest, with the built-in bra, but it didn't like ride up or anything, did I feel like, throughout the day, even though technically I'm more of like a large bra. So I like the medium in the Confection Crop. If I do end up getting more, I will stick to my medium as well. I think it came at a great length for me, so it's kind of like a full-length tank, but I guess because of like the cutouts and like how like it like cuts out on the sides, it's technically like a crop. All right, so that is everything when it comes to the tops. We can now talk about the jackets before we move on to the bottoms. So we have the Untamed hoodie that we have seen before multiple times, and this one is going to be just coming out in the rainwater blue. I would have loved to see it in more colors. Oh my god, if we saw it in the peach rings, it'd be so pretty. And unfortunately, it is still the 100% cotton. We first saw the 100% cotton Untamed sets in the Mad Scientist launch. Double collection, they were a fabric blend. The marble ones are also a fabric blend. I personally like the fabric blend just because they're a lot more stretchier and a little bit more plush. So it allows for a little bit more stretch, I guess, overall, and movement, where with the 100% cotton ones, there's literally no stretch going this way or that way. Like, so you have to make sure you have your perfect size. For me, I found that my perfect size for the Untamed sets is a medium in the hoodie and a medium in the joggers. This gives me that perfect oversized look that I love. When I went to a large in the joggers, it was just like way, way, way too big. I can go up to a large in the Untamed hoodies if I want to, but again, I feel like the mediums are just like a perfect fit for me overall for the vibe that I like. I think it really depends on like the vibe you want when it comes to the hoodie, where you can kind of like, there's some more flexibility there. But again, for me, perfect fit is the medium. But yeah, I personally just like the blended ones more just because of the stretch factor. But I literally said like, no, I don't need the matching like Untamed set for this one because I know it's 100% cotton, blah, blah, blah. And I'm a liar. I needed the matching set, so I got the matching set. But yeah, I wish we got to see more colors, but Untamed sets are just, you just never go wrong with them because they're just so comfortable. So that is one of the jackets, hoodies that we're seeing. And then the final one that we're seeing is a brand new one, and that is called the Sugar Coat. The Sugar Coat is actually the most similar to the Phantom jacket that we saw in the Rebel collection, I believe. And I will compare some of the differences between them. The biggest one is going to be, again, that back cutout with the overlap detailing. We also have the overlap detailing happening on the thumb holes. And I feel like it just has a little bit more of a nicer swoop at the bottom. Same with all their other fitted jackets. It does give a nice like body contouring situation. I feel like the zippers is a little bit nicer as well. They're a little bit more flatter than the Phantom ones. So overall, I do love the Sugar Coat ones. I think with all these pieces that have like the back cutout, you just have to be careful with what you wear underneath. Obviously, it'll look the cutest when you have like a sports bra under and that only. But I think once you start wearing it with like shirts and stuff like that, it might look a little funny with the cutout in the back hole. So I think that's why some people either love the cutout or they don't, is for that reason exactly, is that it very much depends on what you wear underneath as to whether or not that back hole will look cool or not. So the sugar coat is coming out in black, rainwater blue, sugar plum, and donut worry. Again, obviously I needed it in the donut worry because it is just, I just love donut worry so much. And I'm wearing the size small in the sugar coat, and I personally like that. I always go for small or medium when it comes to the fitted jackets because I'm kind of in this weird transition of like losing weight a little bit. I do like the small. If I ever do get a medium, it does give me just a little bit more room, again, like kind of in the shoulder and like front arm area. And then it's just not as like skin tight to my body, but I do like my stuff being pretty fitted anyways. The only thing that I don't love about these like full length zip jackets is that they do come so long on my torso. And so as you'll see, they're like quite long, and you can't really like crop it up or like scrunch it up or anything like that like I can do with the hoodie or the long sleeve or anything like that. So just something to keep in mind if you guys are around the same torso length as myself. All right, and just about the final category, because there's only one accessory in this collection, we are going to move on to the bottoms. So because I already briefly touched on the Untamed Joggers, we will talk about those quickly. Like I mentioned with the hoodie, they are 100% cotton, and I did go ahead with size medium. I do have a little bit of extra fabric at the bottom, so if you guys are on the taller side, it'll probably come just at your ankle. I've seen some girls who are like definitely taller than me, and it just looks like that it comes right at their ankle, where obviously for me, I have like an overload of fabric. Always find that they fit exactly like the ones from the Mad Scientist launch. So if you guys got those, that's exactly how they fit. Need a little bit more of a comparison between the 100% cotton ones versus the ones back in the Rebel collection. I do have that in a PDF, so I will go ahead and add that from that PDF into this new one, actually, now that I say that. There was some changes from the Rebel collection over to the Mad Scientist launch, and again, these ones match the Mad Scientist launch, so it's the same kind of comparison. All right, and next we'll talk about the snack pant. I am just washing those right now, so I don't have them on me. But again, I just loved the Confection Crop and the snack pant pants. They were just so comfortable, and these ones sat quite high-waisted on me, so like above my belly button there, and I feel like they were the perfect length. At first I thought they were going to be too long, but because they are high-waisted on me, or at least I wear them high-waisted, I'm not sure if you're supposed to or not, they did sit at literally the perfect length, because I think if I were to take them in, I think they'd be a little bit too short, where right now I think they sit so well. I looked at the bottom of the pants, and I did wear them outdoors, like on like the cement and stuff like that, as well as in the house, and I don't notice any like dirt or stains on the bottom, so I'm assuming like as I'm like walking around and stuff, it's literally perfect. So I think that if you are a little bit taller, you might want to size up specifically for the length. I mean, overall they are more of like a lounge pant anyway, so if they are a little bit looser on you, I don't think that would be much of a problem. And they do have the drawstrings as well to just tighten it in the waist. They do also have some pockets, which is really nice, and just overall it was the perfect set to wear from home, and I even wore it to bed too, and I felt so comfortable. And so yeah, if you guys are looking for just an extra comfy and, you know, a little more expensive than your like regular just like boyfriend's t-shirt and whatever shorts you have, kind of pajama style, then you guys will definitely love the snack pant and the Confection Crop together. All right, going back to the Dazzle situation, this is the Dazzle leggings, and this again is in the white silver colorway, and then we have the black silver, and then we have the rainwater silver as well. But they did make some changes to this legging too since we last saw this kind of like same pattern, I guess you could say. And they gave it the more like enhanced booty contouring like we've seen in the Rebel leggings, so that deeper kind of V, and then there is no front seam either. I will say that I'm just noticing a pattern that with a lot of the Elysium fabric leggings, they are just much tighter than like the next size small leggings. So I normally go with small for my bottoms just because I like my leggings to be pretty fitted, and I'm okay with a little bit of rolling in my midsection. So that's something that I always like to make clear, just in case you guys are new, that I do wear small, knowing that it's going to roll a little bit because that's where I carry a lot of my body fat. However, I just love how fitted it is through the leg, whereas medium is technically like, I guess, my true size, but I feel that I just have extra fabric. I'm always pulling them up, or like they're getting really loose throughout my leg or my butt, and personally for me, I just like it tighter. So yeah, I did find that these were very high on me. As you'll see, they literally meet the bra, which I again have seen a pattern in Elysium fabric leggings, and so it is the same thing for this. And then I did find like I did kind of have to like inch it up, kind of like you're putting on like a pair of tights kind of thing, because it is pretty compressive. So just keep that in mind. So I think these would be perfect for my taller ladies just because they are so long. I did get a little bit of camel toe with these, and that's again a common thing that I noticed with Elysium fabric leggings. So I do advise that you wear some sort of underwear under here, specifically nude. I will say that they're definitely a little bit sheer. With the white bossy print in the Elysium, it wasn't as obvious because it was black polka dots everywhere. Where with this, it's like just little sprinkles of the silver. So it would be a little bit more obvious if you were to wear these on a leg day and bent over and say you were commando, you could probably see your butt crack a little bit, to be honest. And I do a little bit of a deadlift squat or a little bit of a deadlift test in this clip here. And I would say that you can see it. I asked also my brother who films me if he could see it, and he said yeah. So definitely I would recommend wearing nude underwear and maybe not wearing these for leg day. I'm always such a sucker for like white leggings and just an overall white outfit. I think they're just so pretty. So just wanted to give you the lowdown when it comes to the white leggings specific, because I know that's going to be a question. And yeah, you did see a little bit of my like thigh tattoo too, like when I sit down. That's usually when I see it the most, and I did see it just a little bit. But yeah, so those are some of the major changes in these leggings versus the last time we saw them in 2019. Kind of similar to how the pink quartz leggings fit if you guys do have those. Overall, I would just say these are definitely a more higher compression legging. So if you are someone who's looking for high compression leggings, these would be for you, but just be mindful of some of the things that I just mentioned. Now carrying over to the other legging that I have, and that is my all-time favorite, the Legacy leggings. I have been a fan of the Legacy leggings ever since they came out, just because of the back contouring. It is literally my favorite. Rosa leggings used to be my favorite, but these easily took the cake once I saw this back contouring. So I love that we got to see a lot of pieces. Again, these are all things that were Felicia's favorite pieces, such as the Legacy leggings, the overall Nubri fabric, the Maraschino bra, the Alpha bra, but then she wanted to make her own kind of that was just like a little bit better and just all that good stuff. So you'll definitely notice a trend in things that were and are Felicia's favorites. In general, I don't find that I get much camel toe in my Legacy leggings. Sometimes I will, but it's not like anything crazy. I just pick and choose if I want to risk having one or not, and if I don't, then I'll just wear underwear. But I don't find it's as bad as, say, as like the Elysium leggings. Those ones are so bad all the time, so I have to wear underwear, anything Elysium fabric. But with the Nubri fabric, I can kind of get away with them depending on the legging. So no changes to the Legacy leggings than what you guys have seen over and over and over again in all recent launches. These are also a 26-inch seam, so if you guys are taller, then it might be more of like a 7/8. On me, it's definitely like perfect with a little bit of extra fabric at the bottom. Speaking of Rosa, we're not seeing the Rosa leggings come out in this one, but we are going to be seeing the Rosa pocket leggings. In this try-on clip, I'm not wearing Rosa pocket leggings from this collection specifically. Oh, I love my size small. I'm literally wearing them as I'm sitting down here right now. It actually pairs really nicely with the peach rings. The Rosa pocket leggings are literally exactly like the Rosa leggings, just with pockets. So the Nebula is actually the same navy blue as we see on the navy terrazzo. So while I don't have the Nebula here, as long as you guys can kind of see this, you guys can kind of tell what this navy blue looks like. Unfortunately, I don't personally have any of my navy blue Buffbunny collection. I honestly don't gravitate towards navy blue a whole lot personally. So hopefully I can find a picture from somebody else comparing a couple navy blues that we have previously seen to the new Nebula one. All right, and next is the one and only piece that is coming out in the energy fabric, and that is the Siren leggings. So the Siren leggings is made of a light to medium compression. It's so weird because I always thought that the energy fabric was more compressive than the Nubri fabric, but I guess it's the other way around. Maybe it's like when you first put it on, it feels a little bit more compressive, but maybe the way that it stretches out over the day, it's less than Nubri. I feel like they're so similar, but because of that initial tightness that the energy fabric has, I always thought that it was more compressive personally. But when you put it on the scale, and even Felicia saying it herself, she found that Nubri fabric was actually more compressive, and that's why a lot of pieces came out in the Nubri versus the Energy, because previously we had actually seen the Siren short come out in the Energy fabric as well, where this time around it's actually in Nubri fabric, which I'll talk about later on. But anyways, if you guys love the Siren legging with the overlapping in the front, and that's a pattern that I'm actually seeing, is a lot of overlapping. I feel like that's like a common theme with a lot of the pieces, is just a lot of overlapping detail happening, which I think is so beautiful and just like really timeless. Unfortunately for me, I don't love the overlapping on my waistbands because it rolls so much easier on me than it does with like the regular waistbands. Like I said earlier, I'm okay with a little bit of rolling, but with the overlapping, it's just so much and like just so easily. Like you'll see in this clip, I bent over and it just rolled a lot. But again, that's just like a problem that I just deal with, considering that I do have all my body fat mostly in my midsection. So just something to be mindful is that the rolling is quite a bit, but it does look very, very flattering for sure around the midsection. And overall, I feel like a lot of Buffbunny Collection leggings just give you that like hourglass kind of look, but the Siren does give you a little bit extra just because of that V in the front. But I will say, when it just sits there and stays pretty, like she's gorgeous. And again, these are the only leggings that are coming out in the Energy fabric. These also don't have a front seam, which again, like I've told you guys many times before, I feel like the front seam is just gone. We're barely gonna see her unless we have to. The final leggings that we are seeing in this collection is the Twilight leggings, which obviously goes ahead and pairs with the Twilight bra. I personally don't have these myself. However, after talking to a couple of the girls, they did say to go ahead with your regular size, even though they are ultra stretchy. Obviously, if you were in between, you could size down, but they do recommend for the most part to just stick to your regular size that you would get for the Legacy, the Rosa leggings, all that like Nubri fabric. Just stick to the kind of the same size. The Twilight leggings does have that nice deep booty contouring like we see in the Rebel leggings, and then like the Dazzle leggings that I showed you earlier. I'm just waiting for confirmation to hear if they fit like the Rebel leggings or if they just look like the Rebel leggings. I'm really trying to get a good pulse check on what they fit like the most. The only reason I would gravitate to the Twilight leggings is obviously if you love the like kind of subtle glitter situation. Again, especially when the light hits it, it's so pretty, and I can only imagine everyone getting so many compliments in it as well. And I definitely think they're a legging that you could dress up very similar to how we were able to dress up the Northern Lights leggings, also now known as the Rebel leggings, just in the shimmer pattern. Twilight versus that shimmer, very, very different, where in a sense that this is actually like glitter, whereas the other one is more of like a micro dot pattern that the legging is actually made of. So very, very different, but I think again, we could definitely dress these leggings up. They are made of a nylon spandex blend, and they are more of a light to medium compression. And again, ultra stretchy. Also have no side seams. So what I mean by that, with the, for example, Legacy leggings, they have a seam going all the way down to the side, whereas the Dazzle leggings as well as the Twilight leggings do not have a side seam whatsoever. It's just the seams kind of like at the top and then at the ankles. At the top being like right here, not at like the very, very top here. So that is everything you guys need to know about the Twilight leggings. Let's move on to the final bottoms, which are the shorts. We are going to save the Lifesaver ones for the end because I know it's just another situation like the flow shorts. So we'll save that discussion for the very end. So we have the Legacy shorts that we've seen before, just in some beautiful, beautiful colors. This is the Double Mint right here. So you can see a difference between the Double Mint here and the Key Lime Pie. And then we also have Lucky Charm. So very different greens, but all very beautiful. I have many, many more photo comparisons in the free PDF. So if you guys are like, hey, I want more photos, I want more this, go to my free PDF that's available through the description box because I put a lot of extra information in there. I kind of summarize my thoughts and my sizing in there, but I also, like I said, add a couple more photos in there that are like color comparisons, side-by-side comparisons, measurements, all that good stuff. And it's completely free, and a lot of people like to use it as kind of like a bit of a shopping guide. So go add it. A lot of people have loved it since we've added it. And at the end of the day, it is made for you. Legacy short, nothing new to mention over there. Again, high rise, no front seam, 4-inch inseam. I know a lot of you guys are disappointed that we're only seeing a lot of 4-inch shorts. You guys want to see some longer ones. Hopefully we see it in the upcoming launches for the rest of the year, because I know not everyone loves the 4-inch inseam. I personally love the 4 4-inch just because we are going into the spring and the summer, and I honestly love wearing them at home and going to bed because I just love the newbie fabric. It's just so comfortable. So I do love it for that as well. Totally understand that some of you guys might want to be seeing like the 7, the 6, or even maybe the 9 that we've seen in the past. So again, cross fingers that we do see it in the future, but for right now, all 4-inch inseam is what you're going to be seeing coming up here. I also have the Do Not Worry for the legacy shorts. For me personally, I didn't find that they were like super sheer or anything like that. Again, I wouldn't wear anything too bright. I personally didn't have any like bright underwear to kind of test it out for you guys. So what I will do instead is put this green scrunchie underneath and then just like really stretch it out. Like you can kind of see it there. I don't know if it's focused or anything like that, but you can kind of see it there. So I definitely would recommend wearing a nude underwear, but I feel like if you were to go even commando, you would be safe. I think in general, if you're wearing like lighter colors, always go for nude underwear. Or don't wear them on leg day is like the biggest thing. And or like you could cover your butt if you'd like. So I think that's just something to be mindful with lighter colors in general. I didn't find anything with the double mint. Again, I'll kind of like test it out by stretching out this key lime pie underneath. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Let me try with this pink. Yeah, literally nothing. I really stretch it, I can like kind of see the peach ring. So I would say that the double mint is totally all good because with the nude, it was like I instantly kind of saw the key lime just a little bit once I really stretch it out. So yeah, overall, I would say that they are good to go. Again, if I had a bright underwear to kind of test it out for you guys, then I would, but unfortunately I don't. I have limited resources in my current living situation. All right, so next fitted short is the Siren short. So we have not seen Siren shorts at a 4-inch inseam before. We previously saw them in Under the Sea, but they were more of like a biker short. It's funny because some people love the biker shorts, some people don't. So again, like I said in the beginning, I just feel like every piece, every color, every launch is meant to cater to different preferences, which might not check off all the boxes for you. And as much as we'd love literally every piece and every color and all that good stuff, it's just, I guess it's just the name of the game with all these launches. So anyways, really excited to kind of see these in a 4-inch inseam, even though I don't love the overlapping waistband like I said, but it was like I had to at least have one pair. I know I'll love these a little bit more once I'm a little bit leaner in the midsection. I mean, I'll still rock them now for sure, but I know that I'll have less rolling happening when I am like a little bit leaner there. And again, like this rainwater swirl print is just so pretty, like how it mixes and matches with all these colors. Like this was probably my favorite combination, was this peach rings bra with this rainwater swirl. It's just so pretty, but overall they fit pretty much the exact same as the legacy short. It's a different front waistband, so that's all you have to really keep in mind if you like the overlapping waistband or not, because again, these Siren shorts are made in the newbie fabric, where the ones from Under the Sea were made of the energy fabric. So I actually put a side-by-side as well as a like on top of one another comparison, and you can clearly tell that the small in the energy fabric looks a lot smaller when laid on this, but they actually fit pretty much the same because that energy fabric stretches out so much. So yeah, I would get whatever size you normally get in the legacy shorts or the Rosa shorts or whatever that might be. I honestly could go up to a medium in my shorts. I used to all the time, but again, with me kind of in transition of losing weight ever so slowly, I do like to kind of go with these smaller sizes. All right, so last but not least, we have the Lifesaver short. The minute I saw these, I said, do we have a flow short situation here? Because let me tell you, the Gabfam is done with these situations. I know how frustrating it's been with the flow shorts constantly changing in sizing. I totally get that. I'm happy to say that they are definitely more on the true to size spectrum when I compare the small and medium. I've noticed that when you go for the sizes large and up, there seems to be a bigger difference. So I got this screenshot from Teresa, and she had posted the difference between a large and an extra large, and that was just very, very dramatic of a difference. I don't know why that's the case. I definitely didn't notice as big of a jump going from a small to a medium in the Lifesaver shorts for me personally, but yeah, like there's still a noticeable difference for sure. So let's go over the fabric. So the outer shell is more of that polyester spandex, and then the inner shell is that nylon spandex. The elasticated waistband with the drawstring is there, just like we've seen in the flow short. And the short lining is actually a little bit more fitted than the flow short. The flow short is definitely more of like a chill liner, but I think that's because obviously there's no like tulip cutout like this. So I didn't know that this like overlapping plus the cutout is called like tulip, which I think is so pretty. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that's so like different. But anyways, I think for that reason, the liner wasn't as like fitted, because it like you got like the full short covering your leg, whereas these ones, because we have this on the side, you obviously would want the short a little bit more fitted because you could potentially see more booty. Oh my goodness, you guys, that whole last 30 minutes was not recording, so we are re-recording. So apologies if things look a little mismatched. And basically what I was saying is that for the Lifesaver shorts, I think the fitted inner short is because of it being a little bit shorter, and then also having that little peekaboo design. Overall, the flow shorts are a little bit longer in general, but that is why I think at least the liner is a little bit more fitted in these ones versus the flow short. So this is the part that didn't get recorded, but I was just summarizing kind of what my sizing recommendation is. And so hopefully not to confuse you guys, but the medium in the marble flow short, the reflection print flow short, is the same as the small in the Lifesaver short. Now, for the swim flow short V2, the small is the same as this small. That is where we finally saw like more true sizing, I guess you could say. And so that's how I would go off your sizing if you're thinking of getting the Lifesaver short. Now, of course, something that I've noticed is that the small to medium is a little bit more of like a expected difference, where Teresa had posted one on her story of the large to extra large, and that was like a drastic difference. So I feel like for the sizes large and up, it's a little bit more of a drastic jump. Why? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. So I do apologize if maybe my advice doesn't help as much for the sizes larger and up, but hopefully this just kind of gives you an idea that, you know, whatever size you went with for the marble flow short or the swim flow short, or the under the sea flow short, like depending on what you currently have for flow short, that's kind of how you would match it to the Lifesaver short, is kind of where I'm going with things. I am so sorry that it's just been so confusing when it comes to sizing. I was really happy that the Lifesaver short was pretty true to size and very similar to what we had just seen in the swim flow short B2, because swim had just launched around then when I was there. So I was just very happy to see that there was a consistency there at least. But again, in general, I would just keep in mind that the Lifesaver short are shorter, and you do feel a little bit more out there because of that peekaboo design on the side. And again, even though that, you know, you might feel like the liner is creeping up a little bit, you are covered by the actual outer fabric in the back, but you will see it a little bit on the side. So just keep that in mind if you're contemplating if you want to get the Lifesaver shorts or not. I still love them, and I love that they did go ahead and go with more of the like softer fabric, like again we've seen in the marble flow shorts, as well as the swim flow shorts, as well as the reflection print from the Under the Sea. Keep in mind that the solid from the Under the Sea feels a little bit more of like that like stiff not scratchy, but it's just like not like as soft as the ones that I just mentioned. So that is my overall thoughts when it comes to the Lifesaver short sizing showdown, I guess you could say. Again, I hope it does help you decide ultimately on what size to get if you are wanting to get the Lifesaver shorts. But overall, we have the same drawstring, the same kind of like waistband going on. And the one weird thing that I found was just like, I'd always try to like go in for my pockets, but there are absolutely no pockets in the front, no pockets in the back. The only pocket that we have is actually is in the inner short. And it actually has like a nice little flap to cover it over, which is kind of cute to kind of disguise it a bit more. So I would say that the short is not as compressive as the succulent skirt shorts. Those ones are tight. But but it's not as loose as the flow shorts. So it's kind of like a happy in between. That's what I'd keep in mind for you. And overall, I feel like what I saw in the medium Lifesaver shorts was just more length in the short overall and just a little bit more looseness in the waistband, which obviously also led to a little bit more extra fabric around the crotch and in the butt area. So that's kind of something that I would just keep in mind when deciding between two sizes. I think ultimately if you are in between, I would go a size up because you could always tighten the waist with the drawstring, where if they're just too tight, like you just don't feel comfortable because this material just like stretches out and then you just feel like you can't even like bend over or squat down or anything like that. So just what I would keep in mind for the Lifesaver short. With that being said, the final and last thing that I have to go over with you guys is the accessories. We only have scrunchies coming out for this one, but we have every single color possible under the sun. I've always been a huge fan of the Buffbunny Collection scrunchies. They're all made of the newbie fabric as well. I love using them as just a matching moment, or also in my hair. They're probably the best ones for your hair as well. I always love to just have some scrunchies in there from every single collection. And the last thing that I'll just kind of touch on is I know a lot of people wanted to see the ivy crops come back, and knowing how much Felicia loved the ivy crops, obviously she tried to include them in the collection. However, as some of you guys may have noticed, is that she did try. However, the quality just did not match up to what obviously we'd want in a collection. So unfortunately, they did not make it for this collection. I think you guys just need to be ready whenever they do come back, because by the demand of them, once they come back, they are going to be gone in no time whatsoever. So they are coming back. It's just a matter of when they get perfected that they will come out, because obviously Buffbunny Collection isn't going to put out anything that is not totally ready for the consumer. So that is the lowdown on ivy crops. Again, it's crazy how much everyone is just like waiting for them to come back. And again, I just want to say a huge congratulations to you, Felicia, on this collaboration. It was absolutely beautiful, from the colors to the reasoning behind certain pieces to the reasoning behind the whole collection in general. I am just so happy for you, and I am so happy that your hard work over the last 1.5 years is finally out there, and it's no longer a secret for me to keep, and we can just start seeing everyone wear your beautiful pieces. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of such a huge milestone in your career, being a part of the campaign material. It was just an absolute dream to just hang out with you and your family and just seeing you in your element in the whole set and everything like that. So thank you so much, and I love you a lot. I miss you so much, and I hope we get to reunite soon. And with that being said, you guys, that is absolutely everything you guys need to know. If you guys still have questions after this video, as I mentioned earlier, please feel free to send me a DM over on Instagram, join the Discord community, or comment down below. There's so many different ways to get a hold of me, and I will do my absolute best to be on top of it as much as possible. And don't forget to download the free PDF that you guys can find in the description box down below. It is jam-packed with additional comparison photos, any other notes, a great quick reference to my sizing and my thoughts on certain pieces, has some Q&A in there, has some pictures of like seeing the pieces on models and myself. So just a lot of extra information over there, and I always find that it does complement the video well, and vice versa. So since it's completely free, just go ahead and download it, and hopefully you guys will get more insight there when it comes to the collection and any questions you guys might have. But again, if after the PDF, if after this video you guys have more questions, just ask away. I am here for you guys. I'm here to help to make sure, again, that your shopping experience is as seamless as possible. And if you guys do choose to support me by using the code GABS at checkout, please let me know by sending me a screenshot, tagging me in your story, whatever that might be, so I can say thank you, because I know you guys absolutely did not have to choose code GABS out of all the support codes out there, or even just not using a support code, period. And so I want to make sure to say thank you, and to include you guys in my Gabfam boomerang that I like to do at the end of every launch. I usually do it a couple days after launch, as I think it's a fun way to just kind of bring my community together all on one page. And I think it's so cool to just see what everyone got, and just like the things you guys say, the emojis you guys use. I think it's just so fun and just a part of this whole experience. There is no giveaway for this YouTube video, unfortunately. However, I do have a giveaway happening over on Instagram. So if you guys want a chance to win a $50 gift card before the Sugar Rush collection, then go ahead and look for this photo here, and you guys can enter to win as many times as you like, so that you can hopefully get at least $50 covered of your purchase. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with a couple behind the scene clips from my trip in Houston back in March when we filmed this campaign. And happy shopping, and I will see you guys in the next Buffbunny Collection review video. Bye! That's a wrap!
Also, if I'm being very honest with you guys, I just watched back some of my clips and I look very tired, and I apologize if I sound a bit tired. I am tired. It's been a really long day, but I have to get this up for you guys, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little forewarning that I look a little tired and sound a little tired. But it has nothing to do with me not being in it, okay? She just been a long day. We decided to do the photo shoot and the video all in one day, plus do some work. Not a good idea. I should know better by now. Plus, Aunt Flo's visiting, so I think that's also affecting my energy levels. But anyways, just had to make that kind of, what's it called? Make that, not warning, but like, statement? I don't know. I can't even think about what it's called, but just have to let you guys know. I just watched the clips back and I was like, oh, you look tired. You're just not looking 100%. But anyways, hope you guys still enjoy the video. Okay, bye.